Good morning and welcome to all of our attendees. Thank you for joining us for the opening day of the DCIIA Spark Summer Public Policy Series. My name is John Geli, President of SS&C Retirement Solutions. I've been a member of Spark for over 20 years, and I am proud to be one of the governing board members currently. I have to say we live in amazingly interesting times. Only 6 months ago, we were all planning to gather in Washington, D.C. to celebrate our industry and the critical work we do each and every day. Now, a lot of you are probably sitting at home in your pajamas, listening to pre-recorded presentations. Quite a difference. The one thing that has not changed is how important the work we are doing is for so many people. During this time of change and turmoil for so many, our industry needs to continue to be a constant for them. Whether they're just starting out, whether they need to use the funds in their retirement plans to help them get through a difficult time, or they're planning for their retirement. What we do and how we do it can make a very difficult situation a little bit better, and for that, I thank you all. This event brings to life domestic and global public policy topics with a focus on the issues that are most interest and relevant to the retirement and defined contribution stakeholders. Spark is very excited to be partnering with DCIIA on this event. It moves us towards our common goal of enhancing the financial security of working Americans. While an all-virtual event is not what we had planned, none of us planned for a pandemic, we still will have a great conference. That I am very, very confident of. This all-virtual event features the same quality of speakers, topics, and thought leadership and insights that members have come to expect from DCIIA and Spark in-person events. The sessions will allow the audience to ask questions and even say hi to others in the room. We have nearly 1,000 people registered for this series, with sessions happening each Wednesday through August 19th. In addition to the general sessions, we also have breakout sessions, a sponsor showcase, and networking events. The agenda for today starts with regulators from the IRS and DOL, as well as sessions from Capitol Hill staff in this afternoon. Before we kick off our first panel, we'd like to recognize Representative Phil Rowe. The Spark Institute's partnership with Representative Phil Rowe dates back to 2015, when he immediately understood the power of using technology and not paper to connect retirement savers with their retirement plans. Today, I am truly honored to present Representative Rowe with the inaugural Spark Retirement Security Champion Award for his tireless work on retirement issues during his time in Congress. Congratulations. As a former chairman of the ERISA subcommittee in the House and an author of key parts of the Secure Act, Representative Rowe has been deeply engaged on retirement savings issues and has helped to accomplish real change. In selecting Representative Rowe for the Spark Retirement Security Champion Award, we want to specifically celebrate his leadership on e-delivery by introducing and fighting for the Retire Act and the subsequent final DOL rule permitting default electronic delivery. It is clear to us that his final DOL e-delivery rule would not have been possible without your dogged engagement on electronic delivery over the past 5 years. And while you may be retiring from Congress this year, the retirement savings community deeply values your successful leadership to modernize the retirement plan disclosures. Today, Representative Rowe, we present the Spark Retirement Security Champion Award to you on behalf of the millions of retirement savers who will benefit from the better experience and as they save and plan for their retirement. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you, John. I'm honored to accept this award. The Spark Institute has been a valuable resource and a tremendous partner for me during my time in Congress. And I can't thank you enough for the work that you all have done to advance retirement policy solutions. I wish that I could have joined you in person for this conference, but unfortunately that's just not possible due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. However, this public health crisis has emphasized how important the work you do really is. This is the greatest economic challenge of my lifetime, and Americans need access to sound financial and retirement planning. Even before this pandemic hit us, Americans were having trouble saving enough for retirement, And we know that that will only get more difficult in the weeks and months ahead as the economy recovers. Having a comfortable retirement is an attainable goal for all Americans with sound planning. I often like to tell the story of an employee of mine who's worked for me when I was a medical doctor in Johnson City, Tennessee. We set up our practice. We created a retirement plan for our employees because we knew then how important it was for our employees to save for their future. This particular employee has worked for our practice for over 40 years as a nursing assistant. She was never a high-earning executive in a big city. She never lived like a movie star, just a regular person, and a very nice regular person, I might add. But she comes to work every day, works very hard, and saves her money. When she retires, she will have more than enough to live comfortably and to provide for her family. Her story is remarkable because it shows you that you don't have to be a savvy financial advisor to save for retirement. A normal person working a normal job can do it. During my time in Congress, I've been inspired by her story, and I'm dedicated to making it possible for even more people to achieve the same goal. Spark has been a valuable partner in this work. Over the past few years in particular, I've worked with Spark on a bill called the Retire Act, which would allow plans to deliver documents electronically by default. I believe this is a common sense idea, and it will give participants the same access to critical information about their accounts while saving hundreds of millions of dollars in expenses. Earlier this year, the Department of Labor finalized an e-delivery rule that takes many of its ideas from the Retire Act. This rule is a good rule, and Spark deserves a lot of credit for their hard work getting this rule enacted. I can safely say that without Spark's leadership, the Retire Act and the DOL rule, as we know them, would never have happened. Now, here's the truth. Why did I do this? Well, the reason I did this, I'm gonna share with you my experience with delivery. I burned up my shredder. I got so much paper when I would get my financial things done. And I had a little thing that I finally did, and I'm gonna have to quit doing it because of electronic delivery. I allowed myself one cigar a year. I would go out to my fire pit and I would burn all these documents, which took about 2 hours to do. So you can see the real inspiration for me from Spark was to get the electronic delivery done. It was much, much simpler. Thank you for that. There's still a lot of work to be done to improve the retirement policy in America. And while I'll be retiring from Congress at the end of this year, I know that Spark will continue to be champions for retirement policy for years to come, and thank you for that. I thank you all again for this award. This is a tremendous honor, and I hope you'll enjoy your summer webinar series. Thank you very much.
And now a few final comments before meeting our first panel. Please note these important housekeeping items to help ensure you have the best possible experience while attending this virtual event. If you need assistance at any time, please click the Help Desk icon at the bottom of your screen. If you have questions for speakers during the sessions, please use the chat function you will see on screen. We invite you to visit the Networking Lounge, Resource Center, and Sponsor Showcase at any time today between 10:30 and 3 p.m. Eastern Time. In the Networking Lounge, you can chat with other event attendees. The Resource Center offers links to thought leadership and research related to the series. You can interact with our event sponsors in the Sponsor Showcase. Of course, recordings of all presentations will be available in the seat connex in the auditorium or breakout session areas, and within a few days on the DCIIA and Spark websites. For any press in attendance, please note that all sessions during the series are off the record. Today we have a great lineup of speakers on two very important topics. We kick off the session with insights from the regulators on recent guidance, followed by a half-hour break at noon, and then an update from the Hill at 12:30. During the break, please feel free to visit our sponsor showcase. It's important to support those who've dedicated their time to this event. Thank you again for being here, and really enjoy your day. With that, I'll turn this over to the moderator of our first panel, Melissa Kahn, Managing Director of DC Retirement Policy at State Street Global Advisors and Chair of DCIIA's Public Policy Committee. Melissa, over to you.